In today's video, we're going to go over the 9 things I think Call of Duty should be stealing from Battlefield today. So let's hop in with number 1. Building destruction. That is right. I am in love with Battlefield's way of destruction of buildings, and I'll give you a few reasons why. If you take a look at Warzone, let me paint you a picture. We got a building in Warzone. We got zip on one side, we got zip on the other. You got rooftop Timmies, rooftop campers. We've all seen them. They kind of hang out there. But you got to push them. You got to get them off the building. You could airstrike the building. You could cluster strike the building. You could napalm strike the building, but they're just going to shift from one side to the other, or they're going to go inside the building. The only way to push them is going to be through the staircases or the zips. But what if Warzone took the ability to just collapse the building like you could on Battlefield? That would be amazing, because what you would do there is eliminate these rooftop campers, and you would generate new gameplay and new exciting ways to move around the map and win the game. Now, I'm not saying every building should be collapsible, but they should be able to do some damage that it introduces a new gameplay loop and a new way of playing inside of Call of Duty, which I think would be amazing. Number 2, skill-based matchmaking. Let me say it again, skill-based matchmaking. If you're not familiar with skill-based matchmaking, what that does is you have a lobby of 150 people. The top of the lobby, we have people with high KDs, 2 KD, 3 KD, 4 KD. At the bottom of the lobby, you have very low KDs, 0.8, 0.6. And they try to compare and make sure everybody is equal playing in the skill-based matchmaking. Well, what that does is it generates a lot of annoyance, because what you're doing is, if you're going against similar KDs, which is great, but if you're trying to play with your friends, like if you're in a quad, right? I have my friend group. I have Big Goose, I have Big Duck, I have Eagle, I have all kinds of friends that I play with. Well, if Eagle's KD is a 1 or sub 1, and then Goose's KD is a sub 2 or 3, you're not going to want to play together, because it's a pain going against sweat lobbies, and it gets rid of the fun. Now, I know Call of Duty for Black Ops 7 is getting rid of for the multiplayer. We need to get rid of it for Warzone, just like they have it in Battlefield. Operators. I love the operators in Battlefield. They're more true operators in a military shooter. I want Call of Duty to go back to, Ghost, Price, Alder, like stuff like that. Frank Woods, really militarize the operators. And if you're gonna do collabs where they're military operators. Like, what if we did a collab with Terminalist from Amazon? You bring in those operators, they're military collabs, stuff like that. Get rid of all the cartoons, because they just don't make sense. When I'm throwing smoke and American Dad flies through the smoke, I'm just like, what's going on? I'm shooting American Dad. I understand this is a money-making machine, but you can do collabs, like I was saying, and still get operators that look cool, and you have your collabs. Like, I would agree, Rambo look cool, Die Hard look cool, because those are military shooting kind of things. The Beavis and Buttheads, the Ninja Turtles, the American Dads, they gotta go. Get the operators from Battlefield and stick true to that. Number 4, anti-cheat. I love Javelin and I love EA Help. They've done a great job of launching an anti-cheat that makes it very hard for cheaters to be in the game. I've been playing RedSec for over a week now. I have not seen any cheaters. Before my comments get lit up, there's no kill cam. Guys, I can spectate the person who just killed me and watch, and if they're cheating, I will see them. I don't need a kill cam to determine that. I can see it in the spectating of the squad who just killed me. Call of Duty for Warzone needs to do the same thing. They need to get a more robust anti-cheat. We've been talking about it for a long time. I know Ricochet keeps getting better. I know with Black Ops 7 integration, we're going to have TPM 2.0. We're going to have Secure Boot, which is going to take care of a lot of this. But we will see what comes from that. But I want Warzone to take note from what Battlefield is doing and with Javelin. Now, this is the audience participation part of the video. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to take your thumb or your finger and hit that like button. Don't give me the middle finger and use the wrong one by not doing it. All I need you to do is hit the like button on this video. It really helps me out. Thank you so much. Okay, number 5. I'm really in love with the fire zone versus gas zone. Now, this might be controversial and you guys might disagree with me, but I really like how the fire keeps everything moving, and I actually feel a threat of like, oh, zone's coming. I'm going to die if I get touched by that zone. Versus the gas, I feel like, oh, I can do gas plays, I can do stims, I have my gas mask. Like, I don't feel the threat. I don't feel it like as big of a threat. I want a looming threat in the background, pushing the entire quad to get in the middle and fight more and get out of camping and ratting in corners and ratting on top of buildings. That looming threat is kind of like a looming villain. Like, it's almost like Thanos in the Avengers. Like, you know, he's always there looming, and then finally we get the big reveal. Same idea. I want to take that and apply it to Warzone. I want Warzone to take the fire zone and put it in their game, and I think it would create a lot more plays. It would create more, a lot cinematic. It would be a lot more dynamics. You wouldn't be hiding in buildings. You wouldn't get, it would get rid of a lot of that. It would force conflict more. So I think that's the best way of doing it. Battlefield's done a great job of this. They have support, they have engineer, they have assault, they have recon, but all of those people, all of those roles enforce playing together more. I've noticed it when I've played Battlefield and then I go play Warzone with my friends. I am more sticking with the team. I'm not running away. I'm not doing my own thing. I'm clearing buildings together. Where before I'd run off and I would just do my own thing. Like, Battlefield teaches you how to play more together, and it promotes it by giving special perks to the support person where you get unlimited ammo for your team. Like, I want Warzone to take that idea and expand on it. And be like, okay, how do we make those roles, or how do we twist this information and take this best practice from Battlefield and bring it to Warzone? Like, if you're in duos or trios or quads, like, I'm not saying copy and make exact replicas. I'm saying take the idea and reinforce the teamwork. Because right now, there's nothing to reinforce the teamwork. Everybody has to, yes, work together, but there's no like support role where like you get something for it. There's no recon role where I'm better at sniping. There's no assault role where I'm better at doing missions. Like, I just want a more cohesive way of promoting teamwork. I think Warzone would benefit more from that. Number 7, I think I'm preaching to the choir here, dev support. Okay, Battlefield, I will give it to you. The devs at Battlefield have done a great job at being transparent with the community. They've always talking about updates. They're calling creators, they're calling content creators and emailing them, asking them for feedback. They're always constantly seeking to get better. And then they apply updates and they give transparency on why those updates are being applied or what they're thinking. They hold the line on certain core principles that they don't want to change on. I want that from Call of Duty. I want that from Activision. I want that for the Warzone. I want transparency. I don't want to be hiding anything. I want to know what's going on in the game. What are you thinking? What's Ravensoft thinking? What's Activision thinking? Whoever's running the game, I want to know what they're thinking, and I want communication and transparency with the player base. I think that opens up a lot of good things, because when you trust the devs that are listening to you, you enjoy the game more because you're like, oh, they care about me. I've spent my money on the game, and now they're giving back by listening to me and applying these changes. Now, hold the line like Battlefield. You don't have to change everything, but just be receptive to listening. When a company is receptive to listening to you, you create more loyalty to that company, and you feel you evangelize that company because you're like, hey, they listen to me, they're impressed by me, they actually talk to me, and they imply the feedback and doesn't fall on deaf ears. So we have a long way to go to get the trust back with Warzone. I think we're getting there. I want to see Warzone apply that trust. Number 8, upgrade gun system. So let me explain this for you if you haven't played Battlefield. Battlefield is a really cool way of upgrading your guns during the game if it's like ground loot, right? Because right now, think about it. I buy Black Ops 7. I got to level up every freaking gun to use it in Warzone because you don't know what's going to be meta. And nobody has time for that. I have a full-time job. You have a full-time job. We don't have time for that. But Battlefield solved it. So if I pick a gun up, I can go in, open a crate, and then there is a kit in the crate that if I have an assault rifle, I can upgrade my assault rifle. I hit the button, and I keep finding these kits throughout the boxes that I'm opening to keep leveling up my gun, all the way to even a gold gun that's perfectly maxed out. That would be a great way, if you don't have time to level up all your guns, that you could upgrade your guns in the moment, and they're ground loot guns. So then it promotes, hey, I might not have 6 hours to upgrade all my weapons, but I want to hop on with my buddies for 2 hours a night or an hour a night, and I want to have the guns that work. This way, you can have a fair chance, and it eliminates all that time. I know they want to promote their game with multiplayer and all that, but this way that Battlefield done it is pure genius. Like, I love the idea of upgrading my gun 3 or 4 times and then being able to choose, right? I can choose like recoil, or I can choose precision, or I can choose more ammo capacity. It's like choose your own adventure path. It's great on what I want to upgrade, and then it upgrades that gun. So I want Warzone to adapt this so it gets rid of all this extra time needed to level guns to use in the game. I think Warzone would do a great way of showing that this is a way of doing it and incorporating it into their game. Number 9 is graphics. I really want the buildings and all the structure and the players and everything kind of just look more and feel more real, like a military shooter. I don't want it to feel like I'm playing in a cartoon. I could play Fortnite if I wanted that vibe. I don't want that vibe in Warzone. I want to restructure the buildings, restructure just the grit and like the people, the vehicles, just a complete makeover to make it more real. Like Manhattan looks like Manhattan. LA, what they were playing RedSec on, looks like LA. I want those realisms really put into the game. And hey guys, those are my 9 things that Call of Duty should steal from Battlefield. If I've missed some or you want to add some in, let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. And of course, as always, check out these 2 videos right here. 1, I do RedSec versus Warzone, and 2, I played Battlefield as a brand new player because this is my first years playing Battlefield. So check those out. And if you have the time, you've already hit the like button, now hit subscribe and turn those notifications on because I have videos coming out all the time. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.